All the world's a stage. Henry Rollins does an ad for Calvin Klein. Punks lose their shit. I love it. Because Henry Rollins, he's this big punk rock icon, so these fans are saying, hey, he shouldn't be doing these underwear ads. That's not punk rock. Okay, so Henry Rollins was about the last person we expect to see as the face of clothing line Calvin Klein, but check it out, he's the company's latest advertising campaign. And in his segment, he expresses his love for the clothing brand alongside the tagline, I am fanatic in my Calvins. So we put it down to the punk connection for Rollins, the former frontman of Black Flag, to appear in such a campaign is to some tantamount to punk rock heresy, and the fans are pissed. Here's a whole bunch of tweets. I'll read you a couple. They're funny. It's just Henry Rollins doing a Calvin Klein ad and ruining everything you thought he stood for. No biggie. Henry Rollins is in a Calvin Klein commercial, and I just need a minute to think about what life even means. Here's another one. This is my favorite. What a time to be alive. You ain't kidding, but not for the reason you think. I love this. Ruining everything you thought he stood for, no biggie. See, we all learn at our own pace, and that's fine. They just don't get it yet. These people they're actors, all of them. And I'm not just saying on screen, in their personal lives too. All they're doing is just playing a role. No one knows what Henry Rollins really stands for. Only he does and the few people that actually know him and talk to him and live with them or hang out with them or whatever. Everything that he says on camera and to magazines and all this stuff is just stuff he's told to say. He's playing a role. One of my favorites, man, is Ice Cube. You got this hardcore tough guy gangster rapper. And then literally, flash forward some years later, here he is making and starring in these kiddie family movies. Are we there yet? You know, where'd all that angst go, man? Where's all that hardcore tough guy act stuff? They do this stuff one way and then do it completely opposite later on or right after or whatever because they don't stand for anything. They're just playing roles. They're just doing what they're told. They're there for everybody to learn from. And that's what I get hounded for on here about being stuck in the trees of good and evil, because that's what I'm told too. That Saturn is just playing a role as well, playing the role of polarity. And I struggle with that. I do. I ain't gonna lie. But we all learn it at our own pace. What do you think about that? You having that movie right? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Jessica Rabbit, the lady in red, Temptation, the biblical whore. She was chaos. And what did she say? She said, I'm not bad, I'm just drawn that way. And temptation is there to teach us what not to do. So what do you think about that? Seriously. Comment below. Thank you to my subscribers.